Here we go with a jawline lift using VSoft lift by a new bio, lifting threads, lifting barbed threads. And what we're doing right here is patient has already been cleaned, has been diagnosed. You can see the direction of the threads that are going in here. We've already given her a little bit of topical anesthetic, and you're seeing the pre-tunneling technique by the AAFE. And we used the ComfortOx microcannula, went into all about getting in the right plane, and that comes with real certification training by the AAFE. Once you've pre-tunneled, look how easy these threads are going to go in. And why do we use VSoft lift threads? They are the best threads on the market. They're about 20% stronger than anything else. They're going to be a really strong lift and pull, as you are going to go ahead and see. And then also, they last longer in terms of the PDO thread breaks down, and the body's natural reaction is going to be the production of collagen here. So now we're going to go ahead and just control the bleeding a little bit. And so we can see the entry hole here. And now we are just going to go ahead with that thread and go into place. And once you get the right plane, that's the secret in training, and that's the secret in just about anything else. Once you are in the right plane, it makes it so easy to go ahead and place this thread, and look how comfortable the patient is. And that's using that microcannula with the local anesthetic to go ahead and give the patient a little bit of local anesthetic along the entire length of this thread here. And you can see this is easily now going to go to place. And why is she massaging? She's massaging because she is going to pull the skin over the thread and then just lift it out while we exaggerate that lift. And you can see, and you'll especially see when we get to the second one, how much sharper that jawline is going to be. Now, she's already had a 3-vector lift where we've pulled up in 3 different lifting vectors, one that went from around the zygomatic arch down to the nasolabial fold, the marionette line, excuse me, and the jowl. And that has picked everything up. Now we're going backward to really create that snatched jawline that's going to look so beautiful. You can see pulling on that thread a little bit really gives it, we know that lift, control the bleeding, and we will go ahead and put a little Band-Aid over that. Skin has been super clean. You want a super clean field to work with here, and using the best techniques for just about everything to really get the best result, and that's what you're using. So it's not only the best techniques, but it's also the best thread, and that is so much better than anything else that's on the market. The VSoft lift threads are the only ones used in AFE training because we've tested them all. These by far are the best for short-term result, because you do see the immediate lift and long-term result there as well here. And we've been using them for a few years at this point in time, and they have performed remarkably well, and they are also the most economical. So that combination really is best for you as the provider and as the patient there as well here. Now we're going to go ahead. Patient had a little bit of anesthetic in a ComfortOx syringe placed right at the pilot hole before this video started, and now pilot hole is going in. That's an 18 gauge pilot hole that is going in right there. As you can see, stabilize the skin, going to go ahead. This also gets you in the right plane, by the way, and that's part of the technique. It's not just, trying to figure out what the plane that you're trying to get in. What is the right plane? We are going into a subdermal plane that is really going to grab the skin and the smaz layer and really pull everything back here, and that's where you want to be. And you're in that right plane because the microcannula as it pre-tunnels just goes in super easy. And then followed by the VSoft lift thread, and that cannula goes in super easy. You're not in the right plane when all of a sudden it just drops in. That means you're too deep, or if you're really struggling, that means it's too shallow. Now, again, using ComfortOx microcannula, which has got the right flexibility. It's not too flexible and is going to dive on you or really going to distort. It's got full control, and that's the beauty. Those of you who have ever used microcannulas before and were so frustrated, ComfortDoc's microcannula, here it's for delivering local anesthetic, but for delivering thermal filler, are so much better than anything else that is on the market. So it's the exclusive protocols and techniques with the AFE, but it's using the right tools, and that's this microcannula and also the VSoft Lift threads. Those are both really spectacular, and you can get them both at Anewbio, ANEWBIO.com. You can see delivering this anesthesia a little bit as we went in, a little bit now in retrograde as we go out. Always using the alternative hand, in this case the left hand, that's doing the most of the work, and it pulls the skin over the microcannula. It's also going to pull the skin over the PDO thread. That combination, it's so much more gentle, it's so much more effective, and again, it's about control. At all times, you must know exactly where your tip of your instrument is, whether it's a microcannula or whether it's this PDO thread. And you can see that's what we're doing here, gently massaging the skin, pulling it over this PDO thread and lifting thread, always feeling where the tip is, knowing where that tip is, getting it into place, and then we are going to go ahead and keep feeling. And again, take your time on this. There's no need to rush. I'm always amazed when people rush this. Now we're going to really smooth this back, exaggerate the lift, and we are going to go ahead and pull this thread out. As we really exaggerate this lift back, that everything is going to engage. You actually feel these little click, click, clicks as that pull on that. You can see an extraordinary lift there with the VSoft lift thread, much better than anything else. And you can see, look at that snatch jawline. That is absolutely gorgeous here. So this is how to do lifting PDO threads better than any other technique that's out there. As you can see, much more comfortable to the patient. Those of you who have done these before, and you can see patients squirm on videos, not with this. We want to make sure they're comfortable. We want to make sure it's the best thread, the most effective. And with all of this, you can learn to do this too. You need to get AFE certification trained today on lifting PDO threads with super duper AFE techniques.